I'm Maddie, I'm a junior.
I'm Julia, and I'm a junior.
And I'm Faith, and I'm a junior.
And our project is the mac and cheese bar. So our mac and cheese bar is called Mac and Eats, and it's the build your own macaroni and cheese bar, where your mac and cheese dreams come true right in front of your eyes. The way we came up with this idea is because we didn't want the same old Kraft mac and cheese, but we didn't want to sit down in a restaurant to get the meal that we were craving. So the way we solved this problem was coming up with a business that's kind of like Chipotle, but for mac and cheese. So you can choose your own noodles, cheese, and toppings as you go down the line. And then after introducing and pitching this idea to people, we realized that this is not just something that we came up with because we were hungry, but because it hasn't been done before. So this is something that we really wanted to give a try. So our original plan was, well, actually, we didn't know how to start. We've never done a business like this, so we didn't know where to start. We didn't know how to get this out to the public. So after communicating with one another and getting help from our teachers, we decided that our business idea could be used to serve one of our elementary schools for their Teacher Appreciation Day. So our plan was to take our idea and bring it to life in a smaller setting as a trial run. So after emailing with the school principal, Mr. Chantry, we were working on putting together a date and time that worked for everyone. But sadly, due to the current situation, we weren't able to follow through with our plan.
Okay, so our additional problems. Beside our original problem that was out of our control, we did face additional hurdles along the way, such as the project description was made for a product to be physically created. So when we came up with the idea we wanted to build a business, we had to rewrite and rephrase the project guidelines. Also, considering that this is something we've never done before, we had no experience, and this is something we struggled with when we came across the cost of products, so we had to do a lot of research to see how we would price things and everything. So this is our menu. It's kind of a rough draft of what we would have had. We would also like to do more accommodations to people with food allergies or if you're vegan or gluten-free in the future. And then this is our cost. So for a regular plain mac and cheese, it would be $6.50. A mac and cheese with your choice of noodles, cheese, one meat topping, one veggie topping, or another topping like french fries or breadcrumbs, etc., would be $7.50. One extra meat topping is $2.75. An extra veggie topping is $2. An extra topping is $1.75. A regular drink is $1.90. A large drink is $2.20. And then a meal would include mac and cheese with your choice of noodles, cheese, and one topping with a drink and a bag of chips for $8.50.
So this is the layout. It's just a rough draft of the restaurant. So it's almost like Chipotle if you think about it. So you're going to walk in through the door, and then you're going to go. There's going to be workers behind the bar dishing out what you want. So you're going to walk down the line, and then you're just going to ask what you want, and we're going to give it to you. And then we have multiple tables set up for people that want to dine inside, or you can leave with it. We also have bar stools set up next to our mac and cheese bar. How we could do this in the future, well, we were discussing adding like mac and cheese bites, kids' meals, and allergy accommodations. We would also want to test it out and going to the elementary schools like we wanted to. So hopefully we can do that maybe next year or something. And lastly, in the future, we would want to create a better restaurant layout and discuss financial aid to make this business possible. Okay, the roles we played. Throughout this entire project, we have worked very well together, and it was a lot at first because the project was not made for a business, so we really had to think about how we can switch it up almost. So Maddie, she designed the menu and came up with different items to put on the menu. And then Faith, she researched the different costs of items we needed and created the price menu. And then Julia, which is me, designed the restaurant layout, and we helped email and get connections to the elementary school we plan to serve at.
So if you guys would like to talk to us about our business, please contact us at faith or 21cotf@riversideschools.net.
Something that I think I've learned from this whole thing was problem solving, because we went through a lot of ups and downs because with the whole situation that's going on right now. We couldn't go to the elementary schools, so we really had a standstill. So we had to figure out what we could put in our presentation, but we also had to figure out where we could go with this idea since our plan was kind of set at a stopping point.
I think I learned we would be working on the project and then we'd like hit a wall because the instructions weren't really meant for us, so we didn't know what to do next. So we just working together, I would say, is what I learned, because we were able to ask for help. We asked a bunch of different people what we should do next and stuff like that. So just communicating and teamwork, I would say I learned.
I would say I learned like hard working kind of, because it takes a lot. I think we all learned that it takes a lot of work into a business that we did not expect at all, and that we can't do it by ourselves. So like definitely teamwork and like communication with like other people outside of our group or even outside of our school, because it takes a lot of work to get everything to like have a business actually happen.
Yeah, and even like asking questions and like not being afraid to like reach out to people if you don't know what you're doing, because we didn't know how to start a business. Like we're just juniors in high school. So we kind of had to reach out to McIntyre, Eccles, Schmidt, all of them to kind of get us started, because we didn't know really where to start with all of this.